I'm Valerie Sloan.
I'm Kendrick Wanamaker.
And we are here from Students Rebuild to do another craft tutorial for the Students Rebuild Ocean Challenge. So if you've been staying with us and following along, the Ocean Challenge is almost halfway through. And for every sea creature, paper, or recycled materials you make and mail to us, the Bezos Family Foundation is donating $2 up to $500,000 to the Nature Conservancy and 9 smaller grassroots or ocean organizations who are doing important work in ocean conservation and bringing young people and young learners along the way in that work. So today, we are going to make some really fun deep sea anglerfish.
So what's really exciting about an anglerfish, you may have seen one before, is these are a creature with bioluminescence. Val will talk more about what that actually is, but you've definitely seen bioluminescence before. Think about a firefly or a glowworm, but tell us a little bit more about how it happens.
Well, I don't totally understand it, but what I do know is that it's a chemical reaction that happens inside the animal's body where two chemicals that are naturally occurring in your body, which we have nitrogen and all kinds of things in our bodies, come together and they cause a chemical reaction that produces light. And so...
Why would a fish need light in their bodies? Like, what could they do with this light?
Well, Kendrick, there's lots of things. Sometimes it's used in moments of like war and anger, fighting fish, upset, distress, expressing distress. Sometimes it's used like with the anglerfish to catch and lure food. Sometimes it's used to find a mate. So there's lots of different reasons.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we make an anglerfish? What's like the first step?
All right, so an anglerfish. What we did first is went online, found a picture of an anglerfish I really liked.
Oh, that thing's scary.
Thanks. Printed it out. It's cute. Printed it out, and I made sure to print it out almost as big as the printer would allow on an 8x11 piece of paper. And then we cut that out.
Cool.
Then traced it on some cardboard, some recycled cardboard.
Very cool.
Cut that out. And then we moved forward together and we did some decorating.
So here, I have on my table some of the crafts that we use to decorate these things. We've got some groovy pastel watercolor things. We've got a whole stack of construction paper, scissors, the kind of stuff you probably have around your classroom or your home to do crafts.
Yeah.
So here's the anglerfish I came up with. I used construction paper based on this model to create kind of like a groovy Technicolor fish.
Let me turn it over.
What's up?
Turn it over. And you can see the
Oh
back.
yeah, I was like, there's nothing
There's
on the
like
back.
cardboard. There's this cardboard back.
Yeah.
I just glued it all on there.
What about yours, Val?
I wanted to go for something like a little bit semi-realistic, so I used the chalk pastels to try and like get some texture and some shading onto a gray anglerfish. But I do like your version.
I don't know. I think mine's more realistic, but we can ask our friends online. Okay, so
Send a comment. So now we can get into the fun LED part. And so if you've ever played with LED lights, they're really simple. They require very little batteries. Does require making a purchase. So we found this box of 600 LED lights. They're 10 millimeter lights, and we bought those online. I think they were about $10 for all of them. It wasn't too bad, especially if you want to use a lot, but you certainly don't have to buy that many.
yeah, you'd only need like 4 or 5 to do this project, and maybe ask a technology teacher at your school if they have LEDs around.
Yeah, because they might. And we also bought 3-volt batteries at the local pharmacy, general store. Sometimes you can find them at the grocery store too, but they're kind of a lot like a watch battery. And then we also have tape and glue, which we'll be using to attach these. So the first thing you do is you'll see on your little LED light bulb, and these are also called throwies if you look online. If you look up instructions for throwies, you'll find these there. So your LED light bulb has 2 prongs. One is just a teensy bit longer than the other. And so what you're gonna do is your battery has 2 sides, a positive side and a negative side. You want the long side of your LED prong to touch the positive side of your battery, so the plus side. And so I'm just testing my light here. That's a really good large description. Since you can't see our tiny
These are
light
much
bulbs.
bigger
Much easier
than
to
the
see.
LEDs, not to scale, okay?
And if there was a little LED light bulb here, it'd be lighting up just like this one. Okay, so I know this light bulb works. So I'll use this one.
If you try your light bulb on the battery and it doesn't work, flip the battery. Try the other way. Okay, so you've got an LED that works. We're good
Okay.
here. I'm with you. Now what?
So what I did is up here at the top where I know my anglerfish lights up, and I don't think we talked about this yet, but the light on an anglerfish is right up here, and it uses it to lure. So imagine this is uses it to lure fish into its mouth. So it has this little light, and it dips the light up and down to attract smaller fish, and then gobbles them up. And
That's
in
crazy.
the dark deep sea where there's absolutely no light, you will never see it.
So it's like a little fish is like, hey, look, a pizza shop is open.
It's like a little fishing pole with a light on the end.
Man, that is rough.
I
Okay,
know, it is really rough.
so the light is on the top of this little angler.
Yep.
So now what do we do?
So I used a knife to make a hole at the top. I pushed my light through. I
Careful with
s-
knives. That was a little dangerous. Don't do what I did.
I spread open my prongs, and I tape my battery down now. And I tape it because you want to maintain the connection between the two prongs on each side and the battery itself.
Okay, so let me follow along with you. I've got a LED. I've got a battery. One long side. Oh, not lighting up. Gonna flip it around. Oh, lighting up. Okay. So from here, I'm gonna fit this into the hole that we just cut. Oh, but I
Yep.
forgot to tape it. Tape. And so by taping it, I am securing the connection between the LED and the battery. It has to be secured at 2 points because that's how electronics work. Slide it through. Ooh, look at that. Can I bend these, Val?
Snap.
Can I bend these or will they break?
You can bend them to a certain point.
Okay, I'm gonna bend them really gently. See if the connection stays. Oh, would you look at that? Oh. Val, when I take my thumb off it, the connection comes off. What should I do?
You might need to retape it.
Retape it? Okay, that's a good call.
My connection was a little wonky too, but I bent it around a little bit, moved the tape, and it came back on.
I'm just gonna hold it for now.
Okay. Yeah, so there you go. A little anglerfish. You can turn off the lights, they're pretty cool. You can use use Google, use the internet to research other deep sea ocean creatures with bioluminescence. There's also bioluminescent sea creatures that live at the top of the ocean, like plankton. So you can research all different kinds of creatures and see how you can use LEDs to embellish the artwork that you create for the Ocean Challenge. And I actually took an anglerfish one step further,
Oh, wow,
and
Val.
I used a brad
Extra
or
credit.
a paper fastener to make two holes and actually articulate his little fishing pole so that it moves. Now he's kind of a little puppet.
We cannot wait to see what you put LEDs on and what kind of light up stuff you send to us. So blow our minds.
Let us know if you have any questions. Reach out to us at info@Students Rebuild if you have any questions about this art activity or about the Ocean Challenge. And we will see you soon. Thank you.